What's good, people? It's your boy Sly Guy Cooper. Early on a Thursday here for that Sakurai magic. There have been a lot of rumors going around on who this DLC character might be, and one that I've heard is Dante from Devil May Cry, which is a good guess. But the fact that Sakurai is over here holding up them threes, and there's 3 question marks, very curious. I'm thinking maybe Dragon Ball Z, Goku. What's up? If I'm correct on this prediction, leave a like on this video, yo. I think it's Goku. And if I'm wrong, leave a like on this video anyway, alright? This should be good, man. Oh, we're going. Oh, we're going.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakura, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited. We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Oh my god, it's not
The development
Dante.
team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy. Which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast. So, it won't be available right away. Please understand that it will take a little time. I think even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, wow, really?
Oh my god.
So, let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information.
Oh my
However,
god.
even if you say, that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings. We've prepared a fighter reveal video. Once it starts,
Oh my god.
who it is.
Let's go.
Now, let's do this.
Holy shit. So nobody even knows. Super secret. Oh, let's go. Oh.
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
Is this more Fire Emblem? I don't even recognize this person. Oh no.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
What up, Pete Dobes?
I thought as much.
I don't even know
also
who
do
these
not wish to
people
die.
are. That's sad.
There is no other choice. You must join Smash.
Who is this? Huh? I'm sorry.
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
I'm an old man, I guess. I don't know who this is. Yeah, I guess Fire Emblem, but don't we have enough Fire Emblem already? Byleth? I don't know who this.
Joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself!
Wow. What a letdown! I guess it's cool. This can't be it. This gotta be low-key troll.
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
Oh, female version? Okay.
Huh. So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Fire Emblem is fire in Japan? I don't care! Okay. We've already got... Oh, wait. What is this? Oh, he wields different weapons. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Byleth recruits Byleth. Okay. So he or she can choose what weapons they use, I guess.
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics. With Areadbhar, strike with superior reach.
I'm not kidding.
Use Amir's overwhelming power.
Oh, sick. Okay. Okay.
Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught. Along with the Sword of the Creator, each weapon matches a direction.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Alright, well.
Your will and mine be now as one! To you, both sides of time are revealed! Through Smash, show the world!
Okay, well that's literally Morgana from Persona 5. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Wow. Not that hyped! I'm not gonna lie! Not gonna lie, Goku would work in Smash. He would!
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle.
Oh man, I never played
Fire
it.
Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay, he's a sick
This
character.
release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, and it will also be available for purchase individually.
But it's like another Fire Emblem character,
In
though.
case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or
That's
Three
kind of
Houses,
anticlimactic
I'll explain
to
a
be
few
the
things,
last,
so don't worry.
you know, the final character reveal.
First off, what is Fire Emblem?
Oh man.
It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just
Byleth,
say
though?
Fire Emblem. But when writing it,
They
if
didn't
you
sell
don't
enough
write
copies of Fire Emblem
Emblem,
3
the Fire
Houses
Emblem
needed more
fleet will come and
advertising.
get you. So
Apparently.
please be careful.
I'm a Kirby main, Doggo. Okay.
The series'
I see
first
you.
entry
Doggo wanna
launched in
share?
Japan on the Famicom in 1990.
Dang.
You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game,
I didn't know.
or in other words,
Fire
a game
Emblem's
in
been
which you
around that
advance
long.
units across a grid and battle.
Oh man.
When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you
Cool,
command
but kind
tanks,
of weak,
aircrafts, and so
man.
on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a
It's a
specific
surprise in a bad
sort
way.
of like in role-playing games.
For me, anyway. Maybe not for others.
Plus,
Let me know how you
something
guys
made
are
it
feeling
stand
about
out from
this
other Nintendo
character
products.
reveal.
Characters could permanently die. That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit.
Kind
They'd
of
be
weak
gone
for
and you couldn't use them
real,
again.
man.
Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you, but a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios.
Alright, just show me the Mii fighters now. I know you guys got some news.
Several characters also appear in the Super Smash
DLC
Bros.
for that.
series, and 6 of the
That's
7
something,
use
right?
a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering
So,
how to
they're going
incorporate
nuts in
Fire Emblem
Japan right
fighters
now, is
into
what you're
Super
telling
Smash
me,
Bros.
Pete?
Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based
Oh,
nature
this
of the
is
original game.
Sad. I was hoping for Goku too. I
They
got
attack
the
and you counter.
Capsule Corp shirt on right
It's your
now.
turn.
That was my prediction. A lot of people
And
were
now,
saying
Fire Emblem
Dante.
Three Houses is the 17th game in the series. People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
Oh, you're really hamming this up, Sakurai. Come on, man.
聖戦の系譜トラキア776、封印の剣烈火の剣、聖魔の功績、双縁の奇跡、暁の女神。
That's why we get so many characters.
覚醒イフヒーローズエコーズ風化設立。
There you go, 17. So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary.
Oh, that's why he did this.
This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it?
That's why he's like this in the
You can actually count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023. If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth.
Altero, what's up? Good morning.
Leading one of 3 academic houses.
Welcome.
Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life.
They're
and,
really
well,
promoting this game.
After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet
Like,
up
who
with
cares
your
about
brother
Smash
to
Bros?
battle against
Let's
the
talk
other
about
houses in their regions. It's a very sad game
Fire
in which
Emblem.
your former allies become enemies.
Did no one buy this
and try to
game?
kill you.
What is this? I don't care,
To understand the
Sakurai.
concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have
A
never
lot of
made
people
it
are
in
like,
time.
I stayed up for this?
For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
I was like, who are these guys? I'm old, you know? Whatever.
I did
I'm
the
stop
same this
complaining.
time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple
They're fun to
endings,
play,
it
Fire
was
Emblem,
really
don't get me
hard to
wrong.
feel for it.
I just don't keep up with them.
And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
The last one I played was on the 3DS.
The game has multiple routes and the outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand. Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
Wow.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
So they recorded this 2 months ago. Byleth from Fire Emblem. Maybe they'll announce something at the end.
So this is our new fighter, Byleth. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon.
Oh, ranged character.
The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as
like the
down tilt
Ivy Whip.
attacks, where
Alright,
it takes
we've
the form
seen
of
it.
a whip.
If Goku was in Smash, his final Smash would be the command.
They also
Hell
use the sword
yeah!
for dash attacks and other moves.
Or Spirit Bomb. But we'll never know.
For their up smash attack,
We'll never know.
they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air. For their up air attack,
Quality of this?
they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time.
Okay.
The
That's
up
fair.
special move is really something. The sword extends like this,
Oh, that's sick.
allowing you to do things like this.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Oh, it's spikes?
you can do awful things like this.
And that recovery's kind of nice. Okay.
That said, you'll launch
Pretty sick.
opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage.
Oh, that's a dirty combo right there.
Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges. So that's the up special. Now for the sideways inputs. This is Areadbhar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology. First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right? If Byleth does the same thing, you win out, so you should be able to beat him. Next,
not really
the side
canon.
smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here. Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
Really?
And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them. By the way,
The
this tip
stage is kind of
lens more
underwhelming
powerful.
too, you know?
The shaft
Man.
part is weaker,
I'm just disappointed, I think.
so it's not suited to close combat.
It's like another Fire Emblem character.
It
Only
won't
look
deal
just
much
like
damage,
Marth.
and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward, or downward in this case.
That's pretty cool though.
Next, the side special move. Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still
Really?
hit.
It's nice. I can see that being spammed a lot.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this.
During smash attacks? What?
But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful.
Very punishable, huh?
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a
Oh,
large
that's
area.
kind of sick.
Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well, although you'll be vulnerable when you land.
This seems like a heavy-hitting character, like
Now,
Ike or
for
something.
the downward inputs. For
Everything
these,
seems-
Byleth will use an axe called Emir.
Everything seems slow and lumbering.
It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong. You can try for a meteor effect with this attack.
I mean, I kind of like it because I'm
Next
always
is the down smash attack.
I always like heavier,
Heavy swing of the
characters.
axe, back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special,
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
Devastating
Oh, shit.
it's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different.
High
When
risk,
readying
yeah.
the move, there's a super armor
It's
effect,
only 1 a.m. for you? Yo, it's 6 a.m. for
which
me, man.
allows you
Don't
to
go to
withstand
bed.
an attack.
Ooh.
Just so you know, if you
Armor?
execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays out like this.
Wow.
It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage.
Captain Falcon continues to get dogged in
Unless you
this
regret.
game, yo.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms.
First rock crocking, now
While you're
this.
charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach
Oh,
a
that's
lower
kind of
area.
dope.
It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack. Also, you can turn around during the move. The swing takes a while.
Oh!
When it runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents.
Dang, it swings. It gets behind him too.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
Wow.
It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them.
It launches you?
By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. it hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this,
wow,
you
at
just get hit by
37% he was dead.
counter. Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Fail Not, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pitt's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward, right?
Link?
But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow.
Can't be counted.
First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light.
Wow.
You can perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then fire.
So Zelda's old Final
But
Smash
again,
whenever?
you'll need to take care when using this move.
Or was that Link's
For one,
young Link?
when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it.
Wow.
So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything.
Oh my god, that's...
Which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon.
Maybe it'd be good when
Byleth's
someone's
final
trying to
smash is called
recover.
Progenitor God, Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's sick.
As you
That
can
looked
see, we
hella
team
sick.
up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
Sophis. I don't know these characters, but he seems pretty dope, actually. You know, I felt I had my doubts at first.
Now, let's talk about the color variation.
But still, another
It's set
Fire
up so
Emblem
that the
character.
default and
Come
odd-numbered color
on,
variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier.
Sophis.
And the seventh
Pegasus
and
in the
eighth variations
background,
have
though.
a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of
Spoilers,
the
the god in
original
your
game
head.
story.
What?
Didn't we see this variation in the final Smash?
New stage, okay.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Areadbhar Monastery. This is
trying
how
to keep
Areadbhar Monastery is
positive
laid out
attitude.
in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral all in one stage.
What?
It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas.
Okay.
The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one. There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but Here you can break them, you see. If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now. And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop, you'll come crashing back down. You've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building. And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire. And as such, they embrace their military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down. However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though. So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go, I made it. And you can knock it down. Also, you can break this table. Like so.
Okay. Thank you, Sakurai.
Just like the sign that reads Furin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range.
Is that the only stage with like destructible
The camera
environment?
rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed. It's similar to the Bridge of Eldin stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance. Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen.
Reminds me of Hyrule Bridge a little bit though, right?
You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
I think when he's talking about the name of the background character's names, he's yelling at the Japanese people who say it is, they see it as they see. I'll say
the last area is the
I thought he's making fun of Americans.
Only with some platforms you can pass through.
Trying to pronounce their names.
The guests appearing in the cathedral are Seta, Flame, and Rhea. There's Seta, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flame. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Okay, well now, see him in action.
Today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker. Joker!
What?
And Hero!
What are you doing?
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the Professor here.
Well, with the blue shell,
But as
maybe
expected,
it's
it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on. It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad.
Sakurai's actually really good at Smash, though.
I better keep my distance. I'll use this chance to attack. Got him.
Wow. Well, Robin doesn't have
That's
a reflect.
scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch.
Ike does, though.
He perfect shielded that, huh? Good one. If I do this, or like so. No anti-air, huh? There.
Dead.
The soccer
Let's
ball.
go. Sakurai.
Good. There's Mom. You're in a good spot, Mom.
He says, Mom.
Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses
Goodbye.
projectiles.
Oh,
At this point, it
dodged
doesn't
that?
matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, finish it off right, Sakurai.
I feel like the enemy might get this Smash Ball.
Yep.
See?
Oh!
But I mustn't give up.
Wow,
I can't waste
Dizzy.
the chance. There's another Smash Ball. Yes, got it.
Wow. That was
Now.
a nice shot.
What are you charging up for?
Just gonna end it? No.
There's still more.
Hammer time.
Whack.
You know you want to do it. Just do it,
Go on,
Sakurai.
take the hammer. But it's
Cheesy.
mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I hit him.
That counter would have killed him.
I was
too.
trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won.
Shut
Good
up,
game.
Sakurai. You know you put those items on purpose.
It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Oh man, this was sad. Song collection. Okay.
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages.
The only reason I'm
There are
disappointed
already a lot of Fire
is
Emblem
the
tracks
potential
in
of all the
game.
characters
A
they could
selection
have
this time
gotten.
has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added.
And we got
This
another
includes
character
an
from like a
arrangement of the main theme in
Nintendo
both Japanese
IP.
and English.
You know?
I hope you'll enjoy these as well.
You know? Nobody wanted another
We're
Fire
also
Emblem
adding in a
character.
new spirit board.
Come on. Wait,
It includes the house leaders among some
it's
of
a
the
solid
other
character
popular
though. I'm not gonna
characters.
lie. Just disappointing.
Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
The gloves are different
Now
colors.
for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a
Okay,
look.
Mii Fighters. Let's go. This is what I've been waiting for. Be something dope. Don't be Goku either. I'll fucking suck. I'll knock you out. Oh shit. Okay, Altair. Got a little Assassin's Creed. That's pretty dope. Okay. I'm surprised it took this long. Okay. Ooh. Don't we already have that? No? I've never played Battle Network only because of the character. I was like, who is this guy? I'm not doing that. That's not Rockman. Whoa! Okay! Oh my Cuphead and Mugman? Okay, that's dope. I will be getting that. But he should have been an actual character. That would have been good. That's the most hype moment for me in this whole thing. Freaking Cuphead. Now there are Cuphead stages with bosses interacting with you. That'd have been sick. Oh man. Oh, got some Cuphead music too. Okay, that's pretty dope.
This time we're releasing a Cuphead costume.
That music though.
And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature.
You gotta play it.
If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it.
I love Cuphead.
And now, onto the amiibo.
Yay! Finally!
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
That looks actually
Dark
dope.
Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th.
Tomorrow.
And now, with the addition of Byleth,
Milsky,
the
what's
Fighters
good?
Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero,
Yeah, I'm
Banjo
very
and Kazooie,
disappointed.
Terry Bogard, and Byleth. From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there?
Yeah, and the
When we
characters
add
were
a
very
new
good
fighter,
and
we
unique.
don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different.
And then when we
Instead, we
went to Fire
try to
Emblem
offer
again.
you a whole new style of play.
I'm just mad. I'm sorry. Oh man, the potential, man.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
What? What? Wow, 6 additional fighters will join the battle.
Looks like there'll be one more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out. And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
What?
Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
They've already been decided?
But I still hope you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
Why not? Oh! Breath of the Wild Link? That's kind of dope.
It's a Mii
shit.
Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That's pretty
This will
sick.
not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Well, I'll be buying the Fighter Pass, probably. Got to. Oh, that was pretty sick. Guardian. Lastly.
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game
Oh,
around the
Sakurai,
world.
just admit it. It's a freaking fighting game, okay? God!
Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales.
You know where I'm at with it. Should have been Meat Boy.
However, I'm not sure
if they
this is
ever
accurate.
put Meat Boy in the game,
There
dog.
were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is #1.
I mean, you wouldn't say it if you
Although
were proud
I
about
still
it.
don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game.
A little bit. That
I feel
laugh
like it's
track.
become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
まあそもそもこの
Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters.
非常に感慨深いもの
What about Piranha Plat?
第一シーズンの終わり
The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up,
がやっぱり
but it was decided that there would be more DLC,
これからも休みは
which
あんまり
means
なさそうだな
no breaks for me.
思っていますこれからも
I plan to keep
頑張り
working
ます
hard, so I hope you can continue to support us.
それでは以上です
That's it.
お疲れ様でした
Thank you.
He's like, coming out with new DLC fighters is better than making a new Smash game. Guys, thank you for joining me. That was it. Nintendo Direct. Oh, look at that. Look what the red does to my green screen. Ah! There we go. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the time you spent with me, even though this was a little disappointing. I was hoping for, you know, Goku. I heard a lot of rumors about Dante coming, but we just got another Fire Emblem character. A name of which I do not even know right now. So, sad times. Capsule Core, one day. Oh, Trunks, that'd have been sick. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna just let it go. We got another DLC pass coming. I think that's why they did it. They're like, let's end this one off with a whimper so they'll be that much more eager to buy our new DLC pass. I think that's what it was. It's okay. Strategy. Sakurai, I get it. And you are the man. You know, I can't get mad at a game with 80 characters. You know what I mean? But just the potential, that's all. Anyway, thank you for joining me, guys. Be sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to get to 1 million subscribers. That's right, 1 million subscribers 2020. It's possible with the help of you guys. So help us out. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.